Good morning! We're here at the Bowen Baker Trailhead on the west side of the Rocky Mountain National Park. And today, we're going to go for Blue Lake. Yes, another blue lake. This will be my fourth blue lake. Looking at about 6.9 miles out with a little over a 1,800 foot elevation gain. We're starting at 7 a.m. Heated gloves are activated. And we're making our way through the beautiful Kawanichi Valley. Made it up to the first trail split, and today we're going to stay to the left and head up the Bowen Gulch over in this direction. And it looks like we're up here to another trail split of sorts. I don't think this is anything official. However, it does look like we want to cross the river right here and continue on the trail. It's been a pretty flat road up to this point. Real easy hiking. So it looks like we need to hike south along the Kawanichi Valley here for a while. This should all be pretty flat. And then here in a couple miles, we're going to split off to the right and start heading up the Bowen Gulch. And then right around the corner, looks like we're going to officially enter the Never Summer Wilderness inside the Arapaho National Forest. And it looks like we've got yet another sign up here. It just basically is saying that we're on the correct trail. It's a beautiful day out here. Perfect blue sky so far. I got my fingers crossed that it stays that way, but the weather said it was going to be sunny. We've been hiking for about 40 minutes. We're a mile and a half into the hike, and it looks like we've got another mile to the trail split where we're going to hang the right and go up into the Bowen Gulch. We've been hiking for about an hour and 5 minutes, and we're up here to the next trail split. And from here up to the lake, I believe we're looking at another 4.5 miles or so. This trail is really nice and flat. We're moving pretty fast. And it looks like we've got about 3 miles up to the next trail split with a 1,000 foot elevation gain. We're going to go from about 9,200 up to 10,200. We took a nice little 10-minute break here in the sun. Had to warm up for a second. And now we're going to continue on and knock out these final 3 miles. Just kind of hiking through this little open field section. It's really pretty through here. And all in all, this is a pretty mild hike. I mean, it's definitely long. We're not up there yet. But so far, it's been pretty mild. And check out this super fancy bridge. They had to make it all stylish. This trail gives you some uphill, and then it gives you some flat. Then you get some more uphill, and then some flat. It's real nice. We're moving pretty quickly. The only negative thing about this trail so far is that it is a little muddy. I've gouged my shoe a few times. Gouged. There are some switchbacks just before you get to that trail split. We're on those right now. Looks like we've got about 3/10 of a mile and another 200 vertical feet up to the split. And then from the split, we're going to have another 500 vertical feet and maybe another mile or so up to Blue Lake. And we're up here, folks. I almost walked right past this sign. But this is it. This is where we want to split off, start heading on up to Blue Lake. Got a few white flowers out here still. These are the survivors. And this is the part of the video where I say this trail is really pretty back here. Just broke 10,400 feet, which means we only have about 300 more vertical feet up to Blue Lake. All right, we're up here to the final section. I believe the lake is going to be right here in front of us. We're on the final 1/10 of a mile, and the lake is right out there in front of us, just off to the right. This is the last part. The lake should literally be just right over that little hill. In 3 hours and 55 minutes, we have made it up here to Blue Lake. This is awesome. This is the 4th Blue Lake that I've done. So I've done as many Blue Lakes as I've done Sheep Mountains. You'd think they could come up with something better. Trying to work my way around the lake to see if I can get the reflection to make it blue. However, it still looks green. We've been sitting up here at Blue Lake for about 50 minutes, just enjoying this beautiful day. However, it's about 11:45, so it's time to go. It's time to head on back. I think that one right there is called Cascade Mountain. And then on over to the right, kind of hidden back there, that's Ruby Mountain, but we can't see it. trail is pretty rocky in spots. I mean, it's nice and smooth at the bottom, but then towards the top, you just get like all these round, rolly rocks, and it's easy to slip on them. Made it back to this real fancy bridge. This forest is just loaded with downed, dry, dead wood. If this thing ever catches fire, it's going to literally explode. That's going to be a shame. I mean, it's going to happen eventually. There's just way too much fuel for a forest fire up in here. It's crazy. It's 1:45 right now, which means that took us 2 hours to get down from Blue Lake back here to this junction, and from here on out looks like we've got another, I don't know, 2.5 miles or so. This should take us about an hour. And the cool thing about this trail is that we have not seen one other person on it. Well, looks like I managed to gouge my shoe here at the very end. We picked a really good spot to hike today because the smoke to the north is just incredible. Wait until we get into the Kawanichi Valley and get a better shot of it. That is thick. We're gonna have to drive right through that on the way back to Fort Collins. And look at the smoke out there. That is unbelievable. I have never seen it that thick before. Holy smokes. Alright guys, we're back to the Bowen Baker Trailhead, and it's just now 2:45, which means that took us 3 hours to get down from Blue Lake. Originally this hike is 6.9 miles out, however we did walk around to the far side of the lake and that added 1/10 of a mile, so that made it a 14er. 14 miles. Alright, high five. Blue Lake did it.
14 miles.
Hope you enjoyed that hike, and until the next one, y'all, peace.